In this video, we are gonna compare every method of cooking an egg and find out which one wins in basis of nutrient optimization. You have been eating eggs your entire life. Boiled, fried, omelette, scrambled, half fry, poached, whatever was quick, easy or tasty. But your cooking method alone may be destroying the exact nutrients you expect to get from eggs. And let's be honest, most of us don't choose an egg based on nutrient optimization. We choose the one that tastes good, the one our mom used to make, the one we can cook quickly before school or work, the one that feels comforting in the morning. But here is the interesting part. Even though eggs are one of the most common foods in the world, most people have no idea how much the cooking style actually changes what your body gets from the egg. There is a very high chance you have been doing it wrong too. And I don't mean slightly wrong, I mean your cooking method alone might be destroying the exact nutrient you expect to get from eggs every single morning without you ever noticing. Here's the crazy part. Everyone online talks about eggs. Bodybuilders, looks makers, health creators, biohackers, but all of them say completely different things. Some say raw eggs are superior, some say never eat raw eggs, some say always boil, some say fry them in butter, some say don't. But if you follow multiple creators, you are probably confused as hell. But once you look at the actual science, the peer-reviewed human studies, the heat response of nutrients, the biochemistry of egg proteins, a completely different picture appears. Here's the truth. The egg white and the egg yolk are two totally different foods trapped inside the same cell. They behave differently, they react to heat differently, they absorb differently, they get damaged differently. And treating them the same is what creates all of the misinformation online. So today I am cutting through the noise completely. This is the scientifically correct, nutrient maximizing, physiology backed, no nonsense guide to eating eggs the right way. I made this video consist of 4 parts. Why eggs advice is so confusing, the anti-nutrient explanation, the rankings of different cooking method worst to best, why this matters. Alright, let's start with the problem most people never think about. Imagine 2 foods inside one egg. The white is pure protein, enzymes and binding molecules. Its job is to protect the embryo from bacteria. The yolk is basically nature's multivitamin, full of fat-soluble nutrients, antioxidants, choline, carotenoids and brain-building molecules. Because they are designed for different purposes inside nature, they react to heat in completely opposite ways. The white needs heat to become digestible, the yolk gets damaged by heat. And this is where almost all misinformation starts. The creators who say raw eggs are best are focusing on yolk nutrients and ignoring the white digestibility. The creators who say cook your egg fully are focusing on protein safety and ignoring heat damages to the yolk. The truth is not raw, the truth is not fully cooked, the truth is a combination. But before we get to the final answer, let's break down the actual science. The stuff no one explains properly. Raw versus cooked protein, the shocking numbers. Here is something that surprises almost everyone. Raw egg protein is only absorbed at around 51%. Yes, half. But when you cook the egg white, digestibility jumps to around 91%. There is a massive difference. Heat unfolds the albumin proteins. Your digestive enzymes can finally attack them properly. The protein becomes usable instead of passing through half digested. So when someone says raw eggs are more anabolic, they are skipping one huge fact. Raw egg white is extremely inefficient for muscle building and recovery. But if cooking helps so much, why don't we cook everything fully? Because that leads to the next problem. The anti-nutrient explanation. Inside the egg white, There is a protein called avidin. Its job is to protect the egg by sucking up biotin, a B vitamin you need for skin, hair, nails, and metabolic processes. When you eat raw egg white, avidin binds your biotin so tightly that your body cannot absorb it. But when you cook the egg white, avidin becomes harmless. Here is what science shows. Raw egg white, 100% avidin active. Poached, around 71%. Boiled, around 40%. Fried, around 33%. Scrambled, similar range. Fully cooked, nearly destroyed. And that's just one antinutrient. Egg whites also contain protease inhibitors that blocks digestive enzymes. Cooking inactivates them too. So again, cooking the white is necessary, not optional. But what about the yolk? That's where heat becomes a problem. What heat does to the yolk? If the egg white loves heat, the yolk absolutely hates it. Here is what happens the moment you overcook a yolk. Vitamin A drops, vitamin E drops, lutein decreases, zeaxanthin decreases, cholesterol begins oxidizing, antioxidant capacity collapses, delicate nutrients get denatured, and this reduction is not small. Studies show 17 to 20% losses in key antioxidant when the yolk is fully cooked. So, you get the pattern. White needs heat, yolk needs protection, which leads to the most important section of the video, ranking every egg cooking method from the absolute worst to the scientifically best. The rankings, worst to best. Alright, now that you know that white and the yolk behaves like two different species, let's take every cooking method people use and see how each one affects your protein, vitamins, antioxidant, and safety. And trust me, you will not guess which method ends up at the top. Let's start at the bottom. 7th, fried eggs. Here is the truth nobody wants to accept. Fried eggs taste amazing, but nutritionally they are the final boss of nutrient loss. The moment the egg hits a hot pan with oil, heat skyrockets, oxidation kicks in immediately, the yolk's antioxidant crash, vitamin D retention drops, cholesterol oxidation goes up more than any other method. It's not that fried eggs are unhealthy. It's that frying steals the best nutrients without you noticing. If you are trying to maximize skin glow, reduce inflammation, protect your eyes or optimize hormones, fried eggs sit at the bottom of the list. Enjoy them sometimes, sure, but they are not the egg you ate when you want maximum benefit. Number 6. Hard-boiled. Now here is where things get interesting. Hard-boiled eggs give you strong digestion, great protein absorption, avidin destroyed, zero safety issues. So why aren't they higher? Because when that yolk turns solid, you lose the fragile nutrients you actually came for. Vitamin A down, vitamin E down, lutein and zeaxanthin down, antioxidant capacity down, cholesterol oxidation up. Hard-boiled eggs are good for convenience, great for travel, great for protein. But if we are talking optimization, the fully cooked yolk simply loses too much. Think of hard-boiled eggs as good backup food, bad daily choice if you want peak nutrient preservation. Number 5. Scrambled. Scrambled eggs are the most middle-of-the-road cooking method ever created. They are not bad, but they are also not winning any award. Here is what happens when you scramble. Protein, excellent. Avidin, destroyed. Cholesterol oxidation, medium. Yolk nutrients, some survive, some don't. Antioxidant, drop due to heat exposure. Scrambling increases something people don't think about, surface area. More surface area plus more heat contact equals more oxidation. This makes scrambled eggs a fine everyday food, but not the method of maximum vitamin and antioxidant. Raw eggs. Raw eggs are both better than people think and worse than people think. Let's break it cleanly. What's great? Zero nutrient loss, all antioxidant intake, yolk in perfect natural form, no heat damage at all. What's terrible? Only 51% protein absorbed, avidin 100% active, protease inhibitors fully active, biotin gets blocked, egg whites barely usable, safety risks. Raw eggs are like ultimate nutrients trapped inside a locked door. You get all the vitamins, yes, but you cannot absorb the protein properly, and you get hit with antinutrients. This is why raw eggs are highly misunderstood. Excellent nutrients, but poor usability. Now we enter the top 3, the real battle. These 3 are extremely close, and this is where science becomes important. Number 3. Poached eggs. Poaching is the first method where everything starts coming together beautifully. What you get? White fully digestible, yolk preserved, antioxidant nearly fully intact, minimal oxidation, vitamin D retention very high. Poaching is like the first optimized version of an egg. You get safety, protein absorption, and nutrient protection at the same time. So why is not it number 1? Because poaching is good, but the top 2 methods are even more precise. Number 2. Sunny side up. This one shocks people. Sunny side up on low heat is basically nature's high performance version of an egg. White sets perfectly, yolk remains untouched, heat is low so low oxidation, protein absorption high, vitamins preserved, antioxidant preserved. As long as you cook it on gentle heat, don't burn the bottom, this gives you a crazy balance. Maximum protein plus maximum nutrients. So why is not this number 1? Because there is a version of this method that is even cleaner, even more controlled, even more scientifically optimized. The winner, soft cooked or sous vide. This is the method that literally hits every target in nutrition science. When you soft cook or sous vide an egg at controlled temperature around 63 to 65 degrees Celsius, the white fully denatures so digestion maxed, avidin destroyed so biotin safe, protease inhibitors destroyed so no digestive interference, yolk stays creamy so nutrient intact, antioxidant preserved, minimal cholesterol oxidation, no vitamin loss, safety significantly improved. This is the most precise, balanced, and scientifically proved method. Cook the egg, protect the yolk. That's the secret formula. Soft cooked eggs are the only method where nothing important is lost and everything important is preserved. So now that we have gone through every method from the worst offenders to the scientifically perfect ones, let me simplify the entire video into one single sentence. Cook the white, protect the yolk, that's it. Why this matters? Eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, but most people only get half of the benefits because their cooking method is fighting against them. You have seen the numbers. Protein can double in usability, antioxidant can drop 20% if overcooked. Biotin can block entirely if eaten raw. Cholesterol can oxidize with the wrong heat. This is not small details. This is a major difference in how your body absorbs and uses the nutrients you pay for. Eating eggs right can meaningfully change skin brightness, eye health, hair strength, immune function, muscle recovery, overall energy. This is why the cooking method is not just preference, it's biology. If you are still here, you are already ahead of 99% of people, including most health creators. Not because you learn facts, but because you are building a mindset that actually questions how the body works. This is just one food. Imagine what happens when we break down the rest. This is Health Max. Thanks for watching.